आदिवासी किसी भी देश के पहले निवासी होते हैं या भारत के मूल निवासियों को दिया गया एक सामूहिक शब्द है। डिफरेंट कॉन्टिनेंट्स में आदिवासी के लिए अलग अलग शब्द है। अमेरिका में उन्हें इंडिजिनस और नेटिव लोगों के रूप में जाना जाता है और ऑस्ट्रेलिया में उन्हें एबोरिजिनल्स के रूप में जाना जाता है। भारतीय कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आदिवासी का अर्थ प्राचीन काल से किसी विशेष क्षेत्र में रहने वाले लोगों से है। भारत के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में आदिवासी शब्द का प्रयोग नहीं है, इसके बजाय अनुसूचित जनजाति और जनजाति का जिक्र है। भारत में लगभग 8% पॉपुलेशन ट्राइबल लोगों की या आदिवासियों की है। मध्य प्रदेश जैसे राज्यों में आदिवासी एक्सेप्शनली डाइवर्स है। उड़ीसा, गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, राजस्थान, आंध्र प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, वेस्ट बंगाल और असम के नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न राज्यों में, मणिपुर, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मेघालय, मिजोरम, नागालैंड और त्रिपुरा। उड़ीसा एक राज्य की तरह 60 से अधिक विभिन्न जनजाति समूहों का घर है। आदिवासी समाज भी सबसे यूनिक है क्योंकि अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि उनमें बहुत कम हायरार्की होती है। हालांकि भारत के ओरिजिनल इनहैबिटेंट्स होने का दावा किया जाता है, लेकिन इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन के डिक्लाइन के बाद कई प्रेजेंट आदिवासी समुदायों का फॉर्मेशन हुआ। आदिवासी डिफरेंट जनजाति धर्मों का फॉलो करते हैं, जिनमें प्रार्थना करना शामिल है, जैसे एंसेस्टर्स स्पिरिट्स, mountain spirits, animal spirits, village spirits, etc. Indigenous peoples have inherited and continue to practice distinctive traditions and methods of interacting with others and the environment. वे अभी भी एग्जिबिट करते हैं सोशल, कल्चरल, इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल ट्रेट्स जो उन्हें उन समाजों से अलग करते हैं जहां वे रहते हैं। The protection of the vital ecosystem and natural resources depends heavily on their innate, rote knowledge of the land, nature, and its development. आदिवासियों को डांस, कलरफुल कॉस्ट्यूम, हेडगेयर, लाइफस्टाइल और बहुत कुछ के माध्यम से विभिन्न स्टेरियोटिपिकल तरीकों से दिखाया गया है। इसने उन्हें पिछड़ा या अजीब बना दिया, लेकिन वे नए समय के आने के साथ खुद को सुधार रहे हैं और बदल रहे हैं और नए विचारों को अपनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। 19वीं सेंचुरी तक देश का एक बड़ा हिस्सा जंगल से ढका हुआ था और आदिवासियों का इस पर नियंत्रण और गहरा ज्ञान था। वे अक्सर वन संसाधनों तक पहुंचाने में मदद करते हैं। During the pre-colonial period, they were hunters who were also depending on shifting agriculture, cultivating and leading a nomadic life. Adivasis were sheltered at places rich in natural resources, mining areas, minerals, and other industrial projects. According to sources, over 50% of Adivasis were displaced due to the launching of mining projects. 79% of people vacate their lands and were from Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Andhra Pradesh for building up a large number of dams in independent India. The lands in northeast India were militarized to make 104 national parks, over 40,501 square kilometer of land and 543 wildlife sanctuaries which cover 1,18,918 square kilometer of land were originally inhabited by tribal people. As the tribe got evicted from the forest, they did not get access to food and shelter, so they shifted to cities searching for work and got employed in the local industries and construction sites. Adivasi faced hardship and poverty where 45% of Adivasis live in rural areas and 35% in urban areas below the poverty line and facing problems such as unemployment, low literacy rate, malnourished children, loss of traditions and customs, and more. A number of constitutional and juridical safeguards for Adivasi have been encoded. The ministry was set up in 1999 after the bifurcation of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment with the objective of providing a more focused approach towards the integrated socio-economic development of the scheduled tribes. The most underprivileged section of the Indian society in a coordinated and planned manner. Ministry of Tribal Affairs is the nodal ministry for overall policy, planning and coordination of programs for development of STs. To this end, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs has undertaken activities that follow from the subjects allocated under the Government of India Allocation of Business Rules 1961. 1. Social Security and Social Insurance with respect to the scheduled tribes. 2. Tribal welfare planning, project formulation, research, evaluation, statistics and training. 3. Promotion and development of voluntary efforts on tribal welfare. 4. Scheduled tribes, including scholarship to students belonging to such tribes. 5. Development of scheduled tribes. 5 a.m. All matters including legislation relating to the rights of forest-dwelling scheduled tribes on forest lands. 6a. Scheduled areas. B. Regulations framed by the governors of states for scheduled areas. 7a. Commission to report on the administration of scheduled areas and the welfare of the scheduled tribes, and b. Issue of directions regarding the drawing up and execution of schemes essential for the welfare of the scheduled tribes in any state. 8. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. 9. Implementation of the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, 22 of 1955, and the Scheduled Castes and the Scheduled Tribes, Prevention of Atrocities, Act 1989, 33 of 1989, excluding administration of criminal justice in regard to offences insofar as they relate to scheduled tribes. 10. Monitoring of tribal subplan, based on the framework and mechanism designed by Niti Aayog. They are spread across the country and reside in the forest and hilly regions of the country. The tribal economy is mainly concentrated around the collection and processing of minor forest products and cultivation largely for the purpose of domestic consumption. They usually struggle to meet their economic needs with a bare minimum income, cash. This is due to a substantial number of TR-1BILs being cut off from the civilized world who are unable to adapt to modernization. The tribal economies lack organized markets as well as financial institutions to promote the tribal products. There is a huge demand for tribal artifacts, textiles, ornaments, paintings, potteries, cane and bamboo products and organic and natural food products, but the supply side of this economy is way below the demand side, and thus the community fails to profit from its produce. Thus, efficient production and effective promotion become imperative for the economic development of this community. Mainstreaming tribes is a constitutional mandate and also a national priority for the government. Measures or interventions to cater to the promotion of tribal products are of utmost importance given the penurious conditions prevailing. Tribes procure most of their raw materials from the forests and produce a variety of products that have significant symbolism in their culture. These products have a huge demand across the world, especially in the South Asian and Southeast Asian countries as well as in the domestic markets. But the supply of these products is extremely low. The tribes are often unaware of the consumer preferences, and the consumers do not have information about the products that are produced by indigenous groups. This is one of the consequences of inadequate marketing strategies, and as a result, the community is unable to profit from the products that it produces. The community is isolated from modern civilization and lacks knowledge about modern techniques and designs, which is extremely disadvantageous to them. The Government of India established TRIFT in August 1987 under the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 1984. It is a national-level cooperative body. Its main objective is to ensure the socio-economic development of the Indian tribal community by institutionalizing the trade of minor forest produce and surplus agricultural produce cultivated by them. TRIFT has launched a chain of retail outlet stores called Tribes India, through which TRIFT procures and markets tribal arts and crafts items. There are now 130 retail outlets across India, and they cater to both domestic as well as international markets. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs has introduced a mechanism for marketing minor forest produce through minimum support price and development of value chain for social safety of this forest produce gatherers in 2013. The Van Dhan Yojana was spearheaded by TRIFT, was introduced on 14 April 2018 and has been implemented in 27 states and 307 districts. Even though such schemes have given a boost to the production and promotion of tribal produce, the effects have not been significant. The tribal communities are largely isolated from the rest of the civilization, and due to this limited exposure, they lack awareness about such schemes and fail to benefit from them. It becomes imperative that the government promotes such schemes and encourages the tribal community to avail the benefits of such schemes. Additionally, these communities must be motivated to adapt to modernization so that they can obtain complete market information and can no longer be manipulated by the middlemen. Production and promotion of tribal products is the need of the hour and is critical to ensure improvement of the economic condition of tribes in India. Production of such products may result in large-scale employment generation of the tribal community. In absence of a sufficient supply of such products, marketing strategies fail to benefit the target community. Hence, measures must be introduced to increase the production of tribal products.